Don't you get a kick out of watching Samuel L. Jackson talk about, what's in your wallet? I love those commercials. I think they're absolutely hilarious because it makes you really think, what is in my wallet? Is it the right thing? Is it the wrong thing? Dr. John DeVille here of Custom Car Solutions. The reason why I asked that question is because the other day I was teaching a seminar and someone came up to me and said, well, I think what you're saying really might cause me to do something fraudulent. And I said, really? And immediately the whole Samuel L. Jackson thing came into mind. I asked them, I said, well, what's your reference? And their answer was, just my opinion. And that's cool. I have no problem with opinions, but I said, what's your opinion based on? Just because that's how I feel. Okay, well, I have a couple of opinions too, but they're really based on references. Now, the reason why I use the word reference is because what I want people to understand is it's one thing to have opinions. I have no problem with opinions. Obviously, we're all chiropractors, and chiropractors have a million different opinions. God knows on a million different things. But in this situation, what I want people to understand is it really should be based on some type of reference. Now, when I say reference, I mean things like something from the Office of Inspector General or something from Medicare or something from, the Constitution for that matter. Not just, I have this opinion. Now, the reason why the guy said he had an opinion about fraud was because we were talking about how to be able to bill for wellness care. And when I told him, I said, listen, it isn't something you should be doing to, give the patient a super bill and then have them bill insurance with it. It's basically for them to pay out of pocket for. He goes, well, if I'm changing the code, wouldn't that be fraudulent? And I said, what's your reference on that? He goes, well, if they're paying for it and I think they need it, then it's necessary, right? I'm like, okay, what's your reference for necessary? He goes, well, if I say so, and that's my opinion. Well, let me go through this real quick. If the care is not improving the patient's functional loss according to Section 240 of the Medicare manual, then really it's not medically necessary. Therefore, the patient should pay out of pocket. Now, I realize I'm using S codes and talking about Medicare where you really should be using a G code, a GA code, or a GA modifier. But the point is this. What I want you to understand is Blue Cross, Aetna, Cigna, they all use the same policies when it comes down to determining medical necessity. And if the care truly is supposed to be paid for out of pocket, then the S code is definitely the way to go. So the S8990 is for manual therapy or physical therapy, right, or any type of manual type situation where the patient's just trying to get maintenance rather than restoration. Now, the reason why I say that is because people don't know this. And what happens is the biggest problem is they give the patient a super bill, and then even if they're out of network and the patient sends the super bill into the insurance company, the insurance company pays for all these 9894 over and over and over again. They don't realize that it's wellness care. Then they come back and go, oh, wait a second, can we have notes for this? And then all of a sudden it's like, well, I'm not network. It doesn't really matter if you're network or not. The insurance company has HIPAA rights to that documentation. Now all of a sudden we're an insurance provider, even though we took money in advance. And this happens all the time, trust me. And what's my reference? Probably the last 15 or 20 cases that this has happened in, okay? So I just want to let you know, please, when you talk about these things, get a reference. Go find them. They're everywhere. In fact, on my YouTube channel, there's all kinds of stuff. In fact, even if you want more information, I have tons and tons of references. Go to my Facebook page, okay? Dr. John DeVille, helping chiropractors do the right thing. Just go there, search that out, like the page, and you'll find tons and tons and tons of stuff in there on true references of what's going on. All right? So just some free help today. I wanted to get that off my chest. It was really, really burning a hole in my wallet to get it out there. So once again, Dr. John DeVille, Custom Car Solutions, thank you so much for taking time to watch the video, and I hope to talk to you soon. Take care.